Okay, so here we are, starting at the winter Wildwind boat parking facility here in mid-Ponty, I'm going to call it, and we're going for a burning lap of the Olive Groves on the bike. Starting off with a little hill to go down just to kick off. Bit of bush. And just so we know where we are, this is the famous horse ridding road of halfway between Vassiliki and Ponty, at the south end of Lefkas Island. It's now clearly quite a nice sunny day today. It does feel like the summer has got here. So just come out of lockdown. I've phoned the number for my special permission to go out for some physical activity, and here we are. And here we are, just going past Portofico Hotel, for those who do. Quite a lot of traffic today. That's a tractor and a van and a small truck. Just going past Club Vass there, for those who do. And then just going past the Wildwind Beach Club and Resort, and we're going to turn into the Olive Groves here for our burning lap. I think this will take, I don't know, something like half an hour, do we think? What do we think? Put answers on a postcard. Of course, you could cheat by waiting till the end of the video to see how long it took, rather than writing the postcard now. So this is by far the most popular bike ride route in Vassiliki. It's pretty flat. We've just got a slight incline for the first half, just as we climb slightly towards the back of the Olive Groves. Hi. And then once we get to the back, then it's a nice bit of freewheeling to come back, or a bit of pedalling if we want to go faster. If you're interested, the mode of transport today is a Trek Farley 5 full fat bike. That's 4.8 inch rubber tyres, which today I'm running at a ridiculous 10 psi. That extra volume really tackling this rough terrain with ease. So it's getting towards the middle of April, and this really is a great time to be out cycling here, because the changes in the foliage are fairly significant pretty much every time you go out, with different colours coming through, different smells. Look at that purple, lovely. Oh, love a bit of purple on your tree. So just coming up to the olive oil factory on the left here. It's been closed for quite some time. And this around these bends are where you're most likely to encounter noisy dogs. At this end, the dogs do belong to one of the farms up here, but sometimes they're not tied up, and they can get a little bit chasey, but we haven't seen any for some time now, so perhaps those days are behind us. In that field there's clearly someone who's been chopping wood. Dirty, great big pile of it. It's all very trusting around here because everybody is nice. That in other places someone might go in at night time and take that wood, but not here. Everybody very respectful of each other. Well, there's a bird of prey swooping down. I don't know if that would have come out on the video. I like to think that it was an eagle, but it's probably something not quite as exciting as an eagle. But let's pretend that that was an eagle. So for those of you who know, and those who don't, most of these trees, almost all of these trees are olive trees, and in the early part of the winter most of the people of the village will be out harvesting olives, which get turned into olive oil, I think, largely. So the olives come from the trees, they put them in bags, take them to a central press, I think you'd call it, where the olives get pressed. Out the other end comes some oil, and that's their olive oil for the year. And for those of them who have got a lot of trees. They then sell some, make a bit of money. Lovely. But it is nice. It's a very Greek experience. Probably there's places like this in Italy as well, don't get me wrong, but seeing as we're in Greece, it's quite a Greek experience. Very nice to get out though on the bike. It's better than going for a walk, because in the same amount of time you go further. But then you could argue that even though you go further on a bike, you see more on a walk because you're not going as fast. Well, that all depends on how quickly you can take things in with your eyeballs and up the nose. And we're just turning right here, by the way. Small downhill, nice, just freewheeling, no need to pedal. So I think the story that I heard was back when it all back when it all began, this whole valley of olive groves, the whole area here of land basically got divided up between all of the people from the village, where each family were given a part of the valley which would then be theirs to do what they want with. Oh, fly in the eye there. So that's nice, and then it's been passed down. Here we could go right, and we're going to go right. If we go left there, we'll go right up to the back of the olive groves, to the back of the valley, and we don't really want to go that far on this occasion. Just gonna have a at this junction, if we went right, that would take us back to the road that we just came off, but a bit further up, of course, for the shorter route. But today, because we like it up the back, we're going up the back. Some good corners here. Here we go, see if we can arc it around this one, through the trees, round the corner. Lovely. Another pile of wood there, someone's been chopping. So as we get towards the back, it becomes a bit less olive tree. We go past this area of vineyards, very much providing a public service here by going into the wine. I think the wine has also got a certain amount of community gathered grapes that go into it. So perhaps a bottle of Land of Lefkas comes from quite a few different vines around the island, giving it that unique flavour. Very nice. So we're going pretty well here. Yellow flowers, very nice. Few sheep appearing now. It's good. It's good for the wool. Now need to be getting sheared soon, as even today on let's call it the first day of the summer, it's feeling pretty warm. Over the bridge, nice, bit more purple up there, lovely. There's a horse standing in the shade, very sensible. I think we're going pretty well here. If you want to see some other routes in the area on the bike, you can either check out my biking playlist on YouTube. There's not a huge amount there, but there's some. But if you want to get more, you can just check me out on Strava. And there's a lot on there that I've done. Oh, a little bit of breeze coming through at the back here. Quite a lot of windage on the 4.8 inch. Might even change down a bit there. What a cracking bit of purple there. Nice. If I was more the man, I'd have stopped to take a picture, but I haven't yet reached those years. Bit of pink, quite a lot of white and yellow, but of course green is the dominating factor on your colour palette in this region. But you could ask, why is it that on a quite a, let's call it an easy route like this, when we've been going up a slight hill for 10 minutes, which does burn a little bit after a while, why does it have to finish with a steeper bit before you get given that delicious, sweet tasting flat bit? Who can say? When you're breathing the hardest, that's when you go past the sheep shed, which certainly emits some fragrance, which you're then sucking in at twice the velocity. So just past the cemetery here, quite a few dear friends are buried. Always spare them a thought when going past. A nice little church there as well. So we're just getting towards the halfway point over another, that river's dried up. Here, if we went straight on, we'd continue up quite a steep hill to Sivros, but on our lap we go turn right over the river, which still got water flowing, and then we can relax into this bit of downhill. Nice spot to take on some refreshments. Delicious. So this road, fly in the eye, this road is more of the main route to Sivros from Vassiliki. In this part of the island there's three main settlements: Vassiliki, Sivros and Agios Petros, and this is the main route to Sivros. So you can meet vehicles coming down here that are going reasonably quickly, or some that are going reasonably slowly. Here we go. Yazas. All the local people extremely friendly. There's some cows. Nice. I'd suggest not trying to pet the cows, because some of them have got a temper on them. So we can really open her up here. Wow, these colours are really popping today. Been quite a lot of clearing going on this winter. Some of the landowners deciding that the olive trees are no longer giving as much as they'd like to be given, so they clear the land to make way for whatever's next. I think there's an area up here which is going to become quite a sizable casino. Not quite Vegas, more of a kind of Reno size casino, which goes hand in hand with the new marina in Vassiliki. So the people coming in on the massive gym palaces can then come to the casino, where they could do some gambling, play some cards, perhaps take in an exotic show. Very nice too. I'll try to point that out when we go past it. Nice to be able to open her up a bit. Don't know if you can hear the 4.8 inches of rubber on tarmac whistling along with quite a bit of vigour. Quite a lot of flies in the eye. Personally, I don't usually cycle wearing glasses, but just today I'm considering it. I think I've had at least 3 that have come to have a look. So at the end of the video I'll I'll put a map on of what this route looks like on a map, and I'll put the stats such as how far it was and how long it took. You'll be able to work that out from the length of the video, surely. Yeah, but how long it is good, and what the actual change in altitude was from the start to the back to the start, and that. Okay, back into heavy olive growing region here. Almost back in the village. And here we are, we're just coming up to this area, which perhaps they're even going to call it Vas Vegas. That'd be a good name. There it is to the left there. Seems that they are growing some trees there at the moment, perhaps just to stop people thinking that there's going to be a casino there, to stop all the letters of complaint and objection, those petitions, no to the casino. Leave the village how it is. A crushing blow. Yeah, so a slight uphill here just before we emerge triumphant from this lap. And I think out of this lap we'll just go for a little dog leg through the village because it's nice. Whew. Feeling it a little in the buttocks there. So this road that we're coming out onto is the main road in or out of Vassiliki, so we can get some cars or trucks coming pretty quick down there. So just be wary of that bar as you're exiting the nice peaceful bit. And here we go, opening her up. That's one of the two petrol stations here for petrol and other things that you would associate with a petrol station. There we are, that must be the limits of the town. Just going past the famous Nick's supermarket, which we like to call Nick's Supermarket on the hill, because it's on a hill. Probably well, definitely one of the two main supermarkets here. When I say main, I mean biggest. So there we are. So for the most direct route back in, we turn right here, but because we're gonna just dog leg it into the village, we're gonna go straight on. Can you believe that? I certainly believe it. Okay, here we are dog legging. Here we're just coming up to the famous sail lofts of OS3 Sails. Some of the best racing sails you can get, and training sails as well. Repairs. It's a small chandlery there, yes us. And yeah, good to know if you're in a yacht and you've ripped your spinnaker, you need to go there. Right, we're going to take a dangerous left because we're going up a one-way street the wrong way. So this is the main Vassiliki High Street. It's all shut up at the moment, of course. Not only because of lockdown, but also because most of the village is still sleeping from the winter. So we're just going to take a right here. If we'd have gone straight on, that would have been where we'd have seen the world famous Yanni's Grill House. And here we are emerging at the seaside. Oh, I do like to be beside the seaside. There we go. So we just we'll just go along here and finish at Wildwind Sailing Holidays Beach Club and Resort for this lap. Just on the right here, this is the Nautilus Diving Club for all of your scuba diving needs, kayaking, and they also have a very nice inflatable water park, which is great fun for kids and of course for adults who don't know when to stop. In fact, let's go to the end of the luxury promenade. This was completed, what, 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. And it's really opened up the whole of the beachfront area, making it very nice, very easy to get from the hotels into the village as well. And it's an extremely pleasant walk, not open to vehicles, apart from bicycles with at least 4 inches of rubber. There's the Sunwave swimming pool, arguably one of the best swimming pools in town. Here we are just coming through Wildwind. Nothing going on there. Coming up to Club Vass, which really is a different place when there's nothing there at all. So past Club Vass. After Club Vass, on the beach side here, we've got a new one from last year called the Loop Bar. Very nice for a beer or a coffee, depending on the time of day. Just coming up now to Portofino Hotel and Human Sports, which does windsurfing and catamaran sailing on a slightly smaller scale than at Wildwind, but very popular. Nice family feel there. Then we're coming up to Ocean Elements, sailing and windsurfing, paddleboarding, biking, and then of course we're finishing off at Nielsen, which was the first place to have a centre in Vassiliki, and it's the biggest company. Very professional what they do on the beach. Definitely big on biking there. And then we come out of Ponty, some nice restaurants just there. We're just gonna start heading back. So there we go. I hope that you've enjoyed this brief tour and lap of the Olive Groves. It's been a great pleasure carrying you around for this lap. If you liked it, then give it a like, but also subscribe to JOYRIDER TV on YouTube, and stick it in the comments if you want to see some more of something similar on the bike, and I'll go out and do some more while we're under lockdown and we can't go on the water. So there we go. Like and subscribe. Horse ridding. Woo! Ugh.